Hello and welcome once again to Going Topicless, the podcast that's just about as popular as sweaters for apples. Joining me today is man's best friend, Sebastian, otherwise known as Seabass on the internet. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, but you already know that
Uh,
because we've taken like 7 tries to do this.
don't tell them that. It's a secret.
Okay, sorry, we'll cut that out. How are you doing
Yeah,
today?
yeah, yeah. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Let's just go through this multiple times. Just keep asking how we're doing.
I'm down with that.
All right.
It's just an hour of us asking how each other's doing.
Exactly.
Quality content.
Exactly. The best content.
The greatest content.
The
PewDiePie has
most
nothing on
fabulous.
us.
Exactly. PewDiePie, more like T-series.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Now you're gonna get a lot of hate for that one. Oof.
At least 36 to 9 year olds are gonna find me a house and stab me.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, uh, so fucking shit.
Not. Yeah.
I think we were saying something about leaving the valley and then being
Oh
broken.
yeah,
Car broke
leaving.
down the Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So yeah, when we were leaving and moving from hell, um, our car broke down.
Okay.
uh, just before the Coca-Cola, like just. And me and my mom had to stay in Merritt for like 2 days, I believe. And the driver of the tow truck actually said he was born in Invermere.
Oh, good God.
and, and he was adopted. I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no way that our driver's from Invermere. It was like super weird. I'm like, literally, the Invermere curse has followed us until we get to Vancouver.
That
It was terrible.
hurts.
Yeah.
That that's gonna be physically painful.
Oh yeah. It was very surprising and very confusing at the same time.
Was he addicted to drugs and or molested as a child?
No, surprisingly not.
Oh,
It was super
he's
friendly, which is
that does
unlike the
not sound
entire
like
valley. It's literally super confusing. Yeah,
yeah,
it's weird.
doesn't make any sense. But if
Nope,
he
not
says
at
he was
all.
from Invermere, then I mean, he has to have been from Invermere because nobody willingly says they're
Nobody
from
wants.
Invermere.
Yeah, exactly.
Even I'm like I'm not from Invermere. I'm from like an hour
Like,
south
where
of
are you
Golden.
from? I'll be like, yep.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's
Getting here
great.
was definitely an experience.
Oh yeah, do
Oh
share.
yeah. You sure? Well, while we were still living there and looking for houses, me and my friends, you might know them. I don't know. Seismic and H Boy. Both of them are named Hassan, so it's very confusing if I just said Hassan. So
Hassan 1 and Hassan 2.
exactly. Um, we went to go and see them in California and go to TwitchCon together. That was fun. But on the way there, while we were driving to the airport in Vancouver, we got a flat tire on our car and we're like, fuck it, we'll just leave. So we left our car at the stop and had a flat tire.
Oh
Fun
yeah.
times.
Was the tire
We
flat?
Yes, it was very flat.
Okay.
um, and we got there. It was super fun. We actually like my parents or whatever didn't think that they would stay at their house for too long talking. They're like, "Oh, you guys can just go to dinner and then we'll just talk with their parents for a little bit, but we don't want to stay long because it might be awkward." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess that makes sense." So all three of us, me, or I guess four of us, because Baden came and there was three of them. There was Ahmad also. So we all went to go and eat at dinner while our parents talked, and we get back, and it's literally almost 1 o'clock. My parents are still there.
In the morning?
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning, and they're all still talking, and
Wow.
we're like, okay. So then we just went and like did some random stuff in like the room and played some games and stuff, and our parents left. We stayed in their house probably for like I'd say like almost a week, and it was pretty fun. It was really nice. Uh, then on our way back, our one flight was delayed,
Oh, you must
and
have been
since
flying
that flight
WestJet
was
then.
yeah, and since our flight was delayed, we
Were you
literally
actually with WestJet or
I
WestJet?
think so, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So our flight was delayed, and then we were running to get to the next flight because we're like, oh shit, we might be late. Or maybe they just postponed it for the people that might be late. They didn't postpone it. We missed the flight.
Flights don't postpone for people.
Nope. So we had to wait like how many? I think it was 3 hours in the airport. Um,
Oof.
After that, it was just crazy because we uh, get back. We're like looking for a Canadian Tire because first of all, it's winter still, and who in Vancouver sells winter tires? No one.
Do they even have winter in Vancouver?
No.
Didn't think so.
No winter tires. So we like, we found a Canadian Tire. We left the car there for a day, and we had somebody pick us up, right? It was super weird because the man was from Pakistan, and that's where my friends were from, right?
Hmm.
And so he takes us to our hotel. He's super nice, talks to us or whatever, and then as soon as we get out of the taxi, it was me, my brother, and my dad just got out of the taxi. My mom was still talking to him for a couple of minutes, saying that like, "Oh, we're moving here. We're looking for houses, stuff like that." And he's like, "Oh, get back in." He's like, "I'll come." He's like, "I'll show you around and show you some good places or whatever, like to live."
That's
And
nice.
then he shows us some good places and stuff like that. It was really cool. He was really nice. And then all of a sudden, he invites us over to his house for tea. We're like, "What the fuck?
Oh.
Why is this random dude inviting us for tea?" So we went for tea. It was super nice. He's actually super friendly. He's like he calls us like his best friends and stuff. It's hilarious. Yeah, he's really nice.
That's
But
amazing.
he supposedly owns like a bunch of oil companies in Pakistan and stuff like that. And he's like, "Yeah, come to Pakistan whenever you want or whatever." He's like, "I have a 14-bedroom house there." And it's like, "What?"
I love how he calls it
Like,
a house and not a mansion.
yeah, exactly. He's like, "I just have a house with like 14 bedrooms." He's like, "You guys can stay there whenever you want when you go to Pakistan." We're like, "Okay." Yeah, that was definitely a weird experience. That was super nice. Um,
If he calls a building with 14 bedrooms a house, I wonder what he calls a one bedroom house. Fucking shit shack.
it's a shoebox.
It's a porta potty.
Oh no. Yeah, it's got a toilet, so I mean, it's okay. But yeah, no, it was really fun. Then we got here, got to school. School's really fun, actually. It's like super surprising because you know how I missed all those days of school. I've literally every single time I've beaten what do you call those? Shoot, what's her name? Um oh, what do you call the ladies at the desk?
The secretaries?
Secretaries, but there's another word for it.
Um,
Hmm. Shoot.
I have no clue.
Yeah, let's just go with secretary, okay?
Okay,
Um I've beaten her there every single day. So it's literally the doors are locked when I show up.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm like always like an hour early. It's hilarious. And she's like, "Why are you here? I'm like, why aren't you? You're the one supposed to be opening the doors." Uh, so it's surprising because, 184 days missed of school
Yeah,
passed. Solid.
and definitely 280 at least, where you were not quite on time.
Exactly. How many days are in a school year,
I
actually?
have no clue because there's 2 months off for summer, so at
Plus all the
least
weekends off.
at least less than 365.
Yeah, plus Pro D days. I think my brother looked it up, and it's somewhere between 200 and 194, I think, or 197.
Uh, Anywhere between 175 and 180 days of school.
Okay, well it's above 184 because if I missed 184 days and there's only 180 days of school, then I don't know what kind of crack they were smoking. uh,
It's the
but
valley. Of course, they were smoking all sorts of crack.
oh, you right. No, that was an experience. But yeah, now like it's super weird just getting up early because I'm like actually excited to go and do something, you know?
Yeah, you're not in a place where you want to die.
Yeah. And did the first commercial today. That was fun. Well, I guess I did it yesterday, but I did the other part today too. That was really fun.
Technically, they did
Um,
both yesterday because it's after midnight.
yeah, that's true. Actually, you're right. You're right. Um, my friend, I met a couple people there. They're super nice. They're in my class. The one girl's name is Shamika. She's been on background for The Flash, Supergirl,
Ooh.
a couple other TV shows, and now my other friend Jericho. On Monday and Tuesday, he's going to do background for Supergirl.
Look at
So
you
now what I'm
getting at it with the hip kids. All
exactly,
the
you know,
famous people. You'll be on the red carpet in no time.
yup. And then we have a friend. We took care of this bulldog, and her name is Billie Holiday, and her owner is Louis Ferrero, and he's been
The
in what has he
bulldog's
been in?
name is Billie Holiday.
Yes. You know the singer, like from a long time ago. She was
Yeah.
a black singer. She's yeah, that's what she's named after the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great name, but still, it makes no sense, but it's great. She's adorable. But he is going to what do you call that? Mentor me and help me out a little bit, like probably help me find an agent. So that'll be nice. And he's been on SWAT. He's been on Breaking Bad. He's been on Travelers. He's been on a whole bunch of other shows, but I can't really remember. There's too many to remember.
Damn.
Um, so he's super nice. Like he's really nice, super friendly, super helpful, really down to earth person, honestly. Uh,
On.
so that's fun. All the teachers in the school are actually like super nice. They all tell you like the jobs they've been in, and one of my teachers is actually because they're making a new is it Cinderella, the one with the pumpkin carriage?
Yes.
Yeah, say okay. She's in Cinderella, and she's the angry stepmother.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like in a live action film?
yeah. Like the apparently they're making a brand new one that's live action, and she's the angry stepmother in it. So
Oh, of course, because Disney's
yeah,
making like everything live action now.
exactly.
Gotta be hip with the kids.
Yep, yeah. Gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
You know, and then yeah, it's just one of my teachers has been in Bob the Builder. Pretty
Oh
sick,
my
dude.
god.
Best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? That's great.
Can't get any
Uh,
better than that.
I know, right? It's like crazy. But yeah, no, just like it's cool seeing like all the camera work and them putting the effort into stuff.
Right,
Uh,
right.
the first day watching the mic boy is hilarious.
The
He's
mic
just
boy?
like holding yeah, so you know the person that holds like the long stick with the
Oh
microphone
yeah.
attached, so like yeah, watching him run around is like absolutely hilarious. You just see him run around everywhere, like dodging things, jumping over stuff. It's pretty funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. Some of the camera setup they had was really cool actually. Like today they had this weird like it thought I thought of you when I saw it. It was almost like a train track for a camera. Yeah,
Oh,
it
I've
was
seen those.
yeah, and they put it on that giant train track or whatever, and
Yeah.
it was on another long pole, so when they like pushed it forward, it would go in, but then you could move it up and down also,
hmm
and that was really cool seeing how that worked.
They had
Um,
some like crazy high tech shit. I've seen a camera that like you can program it so it
yeah,
does the exact same sequence of moves every time you set it to
yeah,
go.
yeah, I've seen that before too. Um, the one that actually like really intrigued me was this guy had. It's almost like a vest, right? He puts the vest on, and then it's got an arm, and then he puts the camera on the arm, and then it's almost like a body gyroscope, so it like keeps it steady and stuff like that. It looked really cool,
Huh.
but it looked heavy as all hell.
Yeah, I would imagine something. A gyroscope camera would probably have to be very heavy.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it was pretty cool seeing all the stuff that goes into it. I mean, it was kind of sketchy because there was some people there that were just like off the street and just signed up, took the form or whatever, and just signed up. But they weren't like homeless or anything. Like, I mean, I say off the street, but it was just like people that walked up and they're like, "Oh yeah, I want to be in it or whatever," and they're like, "Okay, here's the release form." Um,
It's
so
that
union,
easy. What am I doing
yeah,
here?
exactly. But those are non-union jobs. So like the non-union jobs, you can just have like anybody in them, and the union jobs, it's more like oh, you're here for a reason and you stay here. And then there, if someone walks up, it's like, nah, security takes them away. But
Oh,
like, yeah. So non-union jobs are like kind of sketchy. You still get paid for it and stuff like that. But union jobs are more,
secure.
how do I put that? Yeah, secure.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're like, so the school you're in is for mostly, is it mostly theater? Is it singing and shit as well?
It's actually mostly, what is it? Television. Shoot. Television. Television. I'm trying to think. FTV. Oh, film, television, and voiceover.
Ah,
Yeah. Our one teacher for voice acting, she's in My Little Pony. It's pretty great.
that's amazing.
Yep, yep. She's Muna the alpaca, or Yuna? No, Yuna, something like that. She's an alpaca. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Then, yeah, it's pretty funny. She said she's also been in a couple animes. One of
Okay.
our teachers has voiced somebody in Beyblade, so pretty sick. Also
Beyblade, let it rip.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Yup. Yeah, no, it's pretty funny actually seeing some of like the people there, and then like knowing that they've done shows that you used to watch as a kid, and you're like, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I'd feel going into that, being like, "Oh, you're from that show? I have no idea who you
Yeah,
are, but I know the show."
exactly. It was funny. One of our teachers is like, yeah, he's like, I play the character in Yu-Gi-Oh, and we're like, who do you play? He's like, I don't know how to say the name because it's just like some weird name, you know? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I cannot pronounce half the names.
Yeah, but so far, like the first week of school has been actually really good. Tomorrow is our first business class for it, so
Business.
and
Ooh.
yeah, the business class is basically learning how to do your taxes as an actor, learning how to like make sure you don't get screwed by other people, stuff like that.
Oh fuck, why don't they teach that in regular school?
I know, right? It's kind of dumb.
I don't know how to do my taxes. What the fuck?
Exactly. Now, if they just taught that, you know, it'd be a useful skill that everyone would use,
I know.
but no one wants to do it.
Yep.
Oh, normal school.
I hate it.
Yeah. Oh well, we're not there anymore.
Thank God.
Exactly. So how's your schooling been, or your training, I should say?
It's going pretty good. I've done. I've lost track of how many trips I've done, but I've done at least 10 or so, like round trips, so
Yeah.
to the away from home and back again. I
Okay.
think I've done like 10 or 12 of those.
Nice.
I'm amazed how easy this job is for how much you get paid for it.
Do you have like a full conducting job right now? Is that like what you're doing?
Yeah, it's like legit. I'm
Sick.
on trains doing train stuff.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was like, well, first day we just had like an orientation. Here's everything. This is what you do. This is how you do it. Stuff. And
Yeah.
then literally the next day they're like, okay, get on a train and do your job. I'm like, okay. But it's
Yeah.
It's good. I'm with trainers, like guys who have been as conductors for
Trainers.
Seabass. It's funny
You
because they're
know,
on trains.
yeah, because trains. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like, yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah,
Humor, comedy. It's
it's
great.
funny because you brought up orientation. Our orientation, we also had to learn about some things where it's like pacts. So our pacts are you have to learn people's comfort zones and what they're not comfortable with, just in case we're doing something in a scene.
Uh-huh.
And so basically, it's like, yeah, some people will be okay with kissing just for the scene and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh no, please help me. And but
Wow,
it's
that
funny. The
that
teacher's
actually would
like,
have been a
don't
very
worry.
useful thing to have for fucking Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. And they're like, just express your boundaries. So if you're not comfortable with something, you're not comfortable with it. And then they're like, but make sure your partners know what you're comfortable with. So this one guy had, um, or the teacher was explaining to us, his friend he had in high school was gay, but shortly after they graduated or whatever, his friend that was gay died of AIDS.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so
that
he's
just
like,
turned up to a fucking 11.
oh yeah, no. So he's like, you know what? He's like, this card's in play, so you can use it to piss me off in this scene, or do whatever you want with it to like kind of get emotions from me. And her friend literally, or his friend, sorry, I should say, she literally stood up and she's like, I'll just say Steve. She's like, Steve. She's like, he died because he was and then the F word, just to piss him off for the scene, basically, and it like
Oh
made
shit.
him really angry. And it's like but he knows that he's okay with it
Right,
because he told her that he was okay with it. So it's like no one can have any hard feelings like with each other. No one can get
right,
angry with each other because you said it's okay. It's okay.
right.
So basically, you're just expressing boundaries with everybody and then making sure like what's okay.
That's actually really good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super useful. Like super useful.
it is. It's like Lord knows how many times I've been like just improvising on stage in school there, and then
Hmm.
either I bring up something or someone else brings up something, and then somebody, either myself or them, or just someone in the audience gets like uncomfortable. And like, well,
Yeah, uncomfortable or offended. It's like
it's
okay,
like, well, how the fuck was I
like
supposed
some
to
of the
know?
yeah, like some of the jokes in our play. You just heard the parents cringe. They're like, "What the hell did he just say?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I hope we offended somebody with the Monty Python gay lumberjack thing.
Oh, I'm sure we did. Uh, but you know what? It might be. Oh
Sensitive
shoot.
people.
It might be okay in this era because come on, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's everywhere.
It is.
Yeah,
You can't get away with it.
exactly.
Literally, somebody in one of my Discord groups was came out as trans, or he thinks he's trans, but he's not sure. So he's like, just
He thinks he's trans, but he's not sure.
yeah.
What? How can you not be sure?
I have no clue.
I mean, okay, I guess that's wow. I've never actually met someone that was unsure, so that's surprising.
Apparently, that's like a whole separate gender is just unsure,
Really?
uncertain. Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
didn't know
that's
that.
like
Okay,
a
well, I
that's like
guess
a
it's good to
classified
know
gender.
then.
You're not sure what you are.
Huh?
But I
Good
guess
to know, I
like
guess.
that seems paradoxical because if you're unsure of what you are and then label yourself as unsure, you're now sure of your
That you're
label.
unsure.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
you've now given
Now that's
yourself a
just
label
confusing.
for being unsure.
Jeez.
That's how that's how bad it's gotten when the trans community is starting to create their own paradoxes of themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's sounds like a fantastic thing. You mentioned
Yeah.
staying in the airport for like 3 hours. I was gonna say
Oh yeah.
that's nowhere near as bad as what I had to deal with on my way home from Winnipeg. Well, home. I was going straight over to Kelowna just so I could skip going home because fuck that noise.
Yep.
And um, our flight out of Winnipeg, it's a flight to Calgary and then a flight to Kelowna, so two planes, one stopover.
Yep.
But the stopover was so close, we had like a half hour, And so our plane out of Winnipeg, if it got delayed by like 5 minutes, we were screwed.
Oh no.
And that happened.
Oh
Our
no.
plane, I think we were like 45 minutes to an hour late getting out of Winnipeg. So
Yeah.
uh, basically, WestJet said, we'll put you on a flight for later. I'm like, oh, that's cool. When is it? Tomorrow morning. Oh,
Ooh.
so I had to spend the fucking night at the airport in Calgary waiting for my flight because they wouldn't pay for a hotel or anything. They're just like, yeah, get on a different plane, forehead. I'm like, thanks, guys.
Forehead. I like it. That's hilarious.
So yeah, fuck WestJet.
Yeah, that's terrible. Being delayed is definitely not fun.
No. Especially when that delay ruins your entire day.
Exactly.
Literally, your whole schedule revolves around you being on time, and they're just like, fuck him. You don't need to
Yeah.
be where you need to be.
Yeah, our 3 hours didn't really feel like 3 hours, mostly because I bought comics like the day before and I was just reading all of those. So
That's good.
yeah, it was like super fast. But then there was like a whole thing with like one of my mom's carry-on bags. She took it on as a carry-on in the first plane, and
Hmm.
then the second plane's like, nah, it's too big for a carry-on. It's got to go and check in. We're like, what?
Um,
Or like, you do realize the last plane we literally had it as a carry-on. And she's like, nope, too big. We're like, okay, you're dumb. But we had to put it on as a check-in bag, so that was weird.
yeah, that's annoying. I haven't had to deal with
Yeah,
that, thankfully.
yeah, that's good, honestly. Kind of dumb when they just like do random shit like that. It's
Yeah,
very like very odd.
strange, strange things, the airport people.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a fantastic experience at the Calgary airport.
yeah, fun times, fun times.
Indeed. Learned lots. I wasn't alone, at least. One of my classmates, Chad, he was here as well. He had to take the same plane, so I didn't sleep alone. That sounds weird. I wasn't at the airport alone.
I think you told me about that actually when it did happen. Yeah. You said that a couple of your classmates, or I think it was you and like one other person, right? It was you and
Yeah,
one other person. Yeah, you guys got screwed out of the flight. Yeah,
yeah.
but they put your other classmates on a different plane.
Yeah, fucking,
Yeah,
there was like 4 or 5 other guys that were also going to Calgary. They had to go to like
yeah,
Edmonton and that. So then they got on a plane that was like an hour earlier. I'm like, why did you put us
yeah,
with them? Hello?
yeah,
Game?
yeah. I remember you telling
CN?
me that. I was like, it's just so dumb.
So backwards.
Yep.
It's like CN News. Like, this will be the ultimate test of their will.
Oh my. Can they do it? Find out next time on.
Real Canadians.
Yeah, real Canadian. The real Canadian story by real
Yes.
Canadians.
By Canadians for Canadians.
Exactly. Yeah, sounds like we both had some fun.
Yeah. Our lives getting out of the hellhole that is the Columbia Valley was not uneventful.
No, no. Because I honestly never thought we were gonna leave.
No.
Feels like when you're there, it just feels like you're stuck. It's pretty
Yeah,
insane.
it feels like just nothing's happening. Because nothing
Yeah.
is happening. You're just
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
You just exist in limbo. And then
Yeah.
as soon as you get out, you're like, holy shit, there's life outside of this place.
Yep. Come
Life
to Vancouver, or
exists.
you live in Invermere, and it's like, oh, I need some groceries. Well, gotta go to Calgary.
Yeah.
And in Vancouver, it's like, oh, I need some groceries. Better walk 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's the other fantastic thing.
Yeah,
Even like Kamloops isn't really a city, it's like a big town and still everything's
yeah, it's still
relatively
even
close.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'd put it around the same size as Invermere, honestly, but it's still everything still feels closer than fucking in Invermere
Yeah.
because everything in Invermere is up by the highway for some reason.
Yeah, it doesn't really make. It's like there's a grocery store over here, there's a grocery store over here, there's a grocery store over here. Oh wait, guess what? There's a grocery store over here. You're like, what?
Yeah, just pick the one that you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Or do what everyone else does and get two groceries here, get three groceries here, get some stuff for making cookies from scratch here, get the
Yep.
loaf of bread at Sobeys.
Yep.
That's like the only thing we
I
go
think
to Sobeys for anymore.
I think Invermere's problem was literally just like too many grocery stores, not enough everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. Like when have
But
you ever gone to town needing something and known exactly where to find it?
yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I don't know, I could check the regular places,
Yeah.
depending on what you need. I mean, it's pretty bad when your only choice for electronics is the source.
Oh no. Yeah, that's definitely a little bad.
Yeah. But hey, we got three banks.
Yeah, three banks.
Yep.
The best.
For one town
Yep.
with a population of 5,000.
Yeah. Gotta make sure you have those three banks, dude.
Yeah. Because, you want to satisfy that one guy that insists on going with BMO.
Exactly. But yeah, no, how are you liking it in Kamloops?
It's hot. I mean, I don't know what the temperature average is for Vancouver, but we've been getting between 15 and 20 degrees so far.
Oh yeah, so far it's been like really warm, and then it's got like the nice days where it rains and it's like pretty cool out. So
Yeah. Yeah, we get that as well. Like
yeah,
probably like once a week or so, it get a nice overcast. Not too much rain, but a nice amount of rain. It's fantastic.
oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, then starting Monday, this is why I have
Yep,
my weekend off. Starting Monday, we basically have a boot camp in the yard there, so we do all sorts of yard stuff.
nice.
It was supposed to be belt pack training, but the belt pack part got canceled, so we're
Okay.
gonna scratch the belt pack part. If you don't know
Uh,
what belt
what?
pack is, yeah, I think you're just about to ask that, weren't you?
Yeah.
So, thanks to technology, we can control trains remotely.
Oh.
So that's what belt pack is. It's basically like if you know what a model railroad is, it's literally
Yep.
that. We have a remote,
Okay.
we have like a pack which has your controls and all that, and then you
Yep.
just dial up the locomotive and off you go.
Wow. Seems simple enough, I guess.
In theory, I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. We'll
Yeah, you
find out.
wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
It's only like, 200,000 pounds
Oof.
worth of locomotive bits operated
So you're doing
remotely from the ground.
like a boot camp kind of thing for
Yeah,
Monday then?
kind
Okay.
of thing.
What
Yeah.
does that all entail? Like, what do you have to do?
That'll be sort of switching, so like moving freight cars from one track to the other. We'll
Okay.
probably doing the physical stuff like changing out air hoses and knuckles and stuff.
Okay.
Fairly heavy knuckles. I think they're like the heaviest thing we'll ever handle. They're like 85 pounds or so, but
Oof.
every now and then one breaks and you have to fix it.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So yeah, that's what that entails on
Sweet.
starting Monday, and I presume that'll go for like a week or two, and
Okay.
then hopefully belt pack training starts at some point after that, and we'll see how
Nice.
that goes. See how hard it is to operate a train remotely,
Yeah.
just like toy trains but big. Easy.
Toy train.
I know where I read somewhere I read online a nice phrase where men never really grow out of trains, they just get bigger toys.
Oh my.
You started at the age of 5 with, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yep.
In your teenage years, you started to get the actual models that cost $500. And then as a young adult, you get paid to play with the big, huge fucking thing.
I can't say I paid $500 for a model train.
Well, maybe only a handful of us have done
Fair enough. Fair enough.
that. But surely you played with Thomas the Tank Engine as a kid.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Everyone has. And if you haven't, you're not a human being.
Well, that describes most children of today.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think I know a single kid today who plays with Thomas the Tank Engine. They're all
Well,
about they're all about fucking Paw Patrol or whatever.
nah, dude. It's Fortnite.
That's the degenerate teenagers. The 5-year-olds, they're
Oh,
all
you're
they're all
right.
about
You're
Paw
right.
Patrol, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. Paw Patrol. Uh, Fantastic.
I think it's a combination of parents and shitty television that's ruining kids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, as much
I
as I
mean, the
hate
teachers.
kids, I think the parents are worse.
Yeah. I mean, technically, the only reason the kids are bad is because of the parents parenting.
Yeah.
uh, so, there's do you know the show Riverdale?
Yeah, the ultra
Yeah,
dramatic version of the Archie comics.
yeah. Everyone hates it, first of all. Well, everyone in the school does. Even the teachers. The teachers are like, yeah, we've been on it and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, it's the worst show ever.
Funny, everyone in regular generic school loves that show.
Yeah, but that's because they're generic. Like literally, dude, the teachers were like, "Yeah, if I had a 13, they're like, it's a show that appeals to 13-year-olds, like 13-year-old girls, and it's
Yeah.
overly sexualized, overly like there's
Yeah,
drugs, there's
isn't
alcohol, there's sex in
fucking
it.
isn't Archie in a sexual relationship with the teacher, the lady teacher? I
I
can't
don't
remember
know,
her name.
probably.
I swear, cause I remember I was like, I'll give this a try. I watched one episode and I was like, this is fucking retarded.
Yeah, and
This is
like the
destroying
teachers,
Archie.
yeah, the teachers are like, there's sex, there's drugs, there's alcohol, and they're like, and your fan base is 13 and you don't want to change the show. And it's like, if I had a 13-year-old and I caught her watching that, I would slap her. And that's literally what the teacher says.
Hang on, I'm gonna find that teacher's name because I swear to God, like the first episode, fucking Archie's like that awkward, hey, I know we pretend we're not gonna talk about this, but it did happen type relationship. You know that kind of thing
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
in every fucking melodramatic TV show.
Yep.
I'm gonna find her. Miss Grundy, that's her name.
Miss Grunty.
Yeah.
Oh my. What does that remind me of? Oh, wait, is
Uh,
his name Grundy?
yeah,
Maybe
she was the music teacher at Riverdale High School who began an affair with an underage student, Archie Andrews. Fuck me sideways. That's a horrible show.
Jesus.
If you're a fan of the Archie comics, don't watch Riverdale. It will
Okay,
ruin everything you know about the Archie comics.
that's all right. I'm more of just a comic book fan.
Yeah, comic books are great.
Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't Grundy. It was Solomon Grundy from Gotham. That's what it was.
Who's Solomon Grundy
Uh,
again?
it's just because you said Grundy and it reminded me from like Batman and stuff. There's a villain and his name is Solomon Grundy and
Ah,
he's almost like Frankenstein.
I see.
Yeah, I heard Grundy and I was like, what is his name? Man, it's just Solomon Grundy. Yeah,
Solomon. What kind of name is Solomon?
yeah. What kind of name is Solomon, dude? Like, oh,
Sounds like the kind of guy who's like a rich asshole as a butler.
Solomon. Here you go, Mr. Grundy.
Oh, yes, Mr. Solomon. What would you like today, sir?
Oh, fix his monocle.
Fucking Solomon.
Solid. What a guy.
What a chap.
Yes. So you play any games? Actually, wait. I saw you post something. Was it on Twitter? I think so. It was you finished. Did you finish? I don't necessarily know if you finished. It was like a almost like a highway
Oh,
on a game.
on City Skylines,
Yeah. The game that
this,
went shut down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. I spent like, I did a live stream and I spent like an hour on this fucking highway junction.
Yeah, I saw it. It was like super twisty and all over the place. And you're like,
Yeah,
yeah, it works.
pretty much.
Yeah,
It makes no sense at all.
but it works.
Yeah,
Yeah, so whatever.
that's how you know I'm good enough to be a real city planner.
Exactly. They're about to hire you to plan all the roads.
Oh yeah. Get
They'll be like,
ready.
Devin, why is there a loop-de-loop on the highway?
Like, don't worry about it. It works.
Exactly. If you go fast enough, you just have to put a speed limit sign that says go over 300 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. The first time ever where the speed limit is actually a minimum.
Yeah, minimum 300.
Most cars can't even go that fast.
Exactly. If you're in a smart car, you're screwed. Just go
Yeah.
around.
Oh my god, I'm fucking looking on Twitter and I just saw the dumbest tweet.
Oh no.
Teacher, what are the five sentences? Me, nickels.
Oh my god. That's so dumb.
It's the dumbest fucking.
Jeez. So, how have your other podcasts went with everybody else? I've watched a little bit of some of them, but I haven't finished all of them,
I posted the tweet in the text chat.
Okay.
S- Yeah, podcasts. Podcasts. This is, I don't even know what episode this is. Six, seven? I have no clue.
6, 7? Oh, something with a number, honestly.
One of those numbers. It's probably somewhere between 0 and 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere
there's
right around
that, the podcast with Gandhi
there.
that went on for four
How was that one?
hours. Oh my god. That wasn't even, I didn't even talk. He basically just rambled on about America for 4 hours.
Did you guys have some like hard debates?
Nah, not really. Again,
No?
like,
Okay.
despite his beliefs, we agree on like a lot more than you'd think,
Oh
honestly.
yeah. If you want to get him really riled up, for one podcast that you could do, just talk about gun control. It's hilarious. He goes on and on. It's funny.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with people having guns, but if you say you're not okay with people having guns, he like flips. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, but like, what if he just, you know, didn't have guns?
Exactly. Say that, triggered.
Yeah,
Because
that'd be definitely
he's the
one thing
type
that we
of
debate
person to
on.
bring a Glock with him everywhere. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure he's got a special holster designed specifically for his steering wheel
Oh,
on his
probably.
car or his truck,
Yep.
his
Yep.
lifted truck,
I
whatever it
guess you
is
could say.
Americans drive.
Guess you could say he might have glaucoma. Wrecked.
Die.
Yeah. watched which one did I watch? I watched one of them with it was you, uh, someone in Neon Girl for sure. I think.
Oh yeah, Peyton and Ryan. There were two episodes
Peyton
like
and
that,
Ryan.
so
Yeah. Okay.
have
And
to.
then and then I saw you guys were like talking about homeless people or something. It
Oh
was pretty
yes, that would be
funny.
the I think it was the third episode.
Yeah,
That's
that
when I
was
had
pretty
them on.
funny.
We were talking about homeless people.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, fantabulous.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy doing this podcast thing, even though nobody listens to it except my mother.
I mean, hey, eventually maybe someone will watch it. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
one
Well, I
day.
mean, more people, because a couple people watched it for sure.
Yeah, I know there. I think there are like a few consistent viewers,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of just random people that pop in for like a minute, get sick of my voice, and then leave again.
Oof.
At least that's what the YouTube analytics are telling me.
Yeah, no, I'm sure at one point you'll have like a lot more people watching. You know,
Probably.
you just gotta be consistent. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
The live streams will be far more consistent because at least those I can just bang off, do a quick
Yeah, it
edit,
makes sense.
and then throw it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only episode I don't like is the very first one because I was like just doing a podcast for the first time, talking to
Yep.
myself alone in a room, a shitty room. That was when I was back at state. So
Yeah, I
I
remember
was
that.
like
Was that
I was
was that
kind of
the
like,
one you're? What were you doing? I think you were driving a boat.
oh yeah, I had the crew too in the background. Yeah, I was really quiet and didn't really know what I was doing, but now I'm more confident. Ooh, look at me.
Fair enough.
I would
Fair
almost
enough.
do that episode over again if I really felt the ambition to.
I don't think you could do a first episode over again. You just gotta leave it there.
Just pretend it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Someone asks about my dark past, I'll just be like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it happened. Just be like making a TV series. You're like, oh, I love the series, except the first episode. I'm gonna redo it. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you don't do that. You just leave it there. You're like, okay, it happened. It's okay.
it's
It's gone.
it's the pilot episode nobody talks about,
Exactly.
you know. It's the episode of the first season where everyone's like, yeah, if you're just trying to get into it, maybe skip the first episode, start on episode two, and
No, it's
and
the
if you're
one
really
episode that it's the one episode that everyone watches and they're like, what in the actual just happened?
yeah, I mean, I talk about like stuff that I would definitely like to talk about more, and
Yeah,
I would, but like I don't know, I just don't like the way I delivered it in that first episode.
fair enough. Fair enough. I think the first episode was you. What were you playing? Were you playing the crew too?
Yeah, I literally just said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You were like, I think you were driving a boat, and I was like, I was playing the crew too. Were you playing the crew
Yeah.
too? Yes, I was.
Yes, you were. You're driving a boat into a tree a lot. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I'm slacking on that. I kind of gave up on background footage.
That's all right.
I mean, it's a podcast. Don't need fucking background footage.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think the problem is, I played Worms WMD for 4 hours to get background
Oh
footage.
my.
And I was like, fuck this. Every
That's
episode after this is gonna have
crazy.
no footage.
Jeez. I mean, for the entire podcast, you could just sit there and play a game.
I could, but then I would be distracted and I wouldn't be paying attention to what my guests were saying.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh,
Yeah.
what was that kid? That's the kid you know. Shoot, his name is like Headshot something. Casual Headshot Pro.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
I don't
He
even.
messaged me the other day. He's like, let me see what he say. He said, "You have any money to spare?" I'm like, "No, why?" And he never answered.
Oh yeah, he's a special one.
That was like the weirdest question I have ever gotten in my
Has
entire
he
life.
ever
He
has
just
he ever talked to you before?
no.
He just randomly showed up. Probably because
Yeah,
like
randomly out of the blue.
probably digging through my friends list trying to find someone to beg for money from. 'Cause he does that. I think he first did that to me, and then I gave him like one gift, and that was a big mistake.
Ugh,
So I basically just after that I just continued to say I don't have money, and he eventually just stopped asking.
yeah. You have any money to spare? Not for you.
I have money for me.
Exactly. I have money for you and I have money for my friends, but since I don't know who you are, I don't have money for you.
I do have money, but not for you.
Exactly. It's just like a super awkward question. Like,
Yeah.
what do you respond?
I mean,
Just makes
the
you sad.
balls on that kid to just go up to a
Yeah.
stranger and be like, "Hey, you got money?"
You got money to spare? No. That's when you hit him with the switcheroo. Do you have money to spare?
Oh shit, gotta try that next time.
Exactly.
Fantabulous.
Fantabulous.
Magniflorious.
Yes. Dumbledorious.
He's gay apparently.
Supposedly. Except he had a wife.
That's a thing we can talk about. Dumbledore's
Yeah.
apparently gay.
Well, I don't think he's
Thanks for
gay,
that,
because I think he just had like a
JK.
college experience, you know what I'm saying? And then
Oh
he's
yeah,
like, nah, I like women, because he had a wife.
yeah. But let's not forget that intense sexual relationship he had with Grindelwald.
Ah, right. Intense. Right. You had to put the word intense there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You have to even say the word intense intensely. You have to be like intense, you know?
Intense.
It was so
And then that's where that one guy shows up and he's like, oh, they were intense?
like present
Like
tense.
literal tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. I was going
Yeah,
with like
exactly.
the present tense, but you were going with like different tense, like actual
Hard
tense.
meme.
Maybe he was in some tense in the present tense. Tenseception. Holy shit.
Whoa. Illuminati confirmed.
Illuminati, Fluminati, Scriminati.
Exactly. So have
My
you ever
my
talked
dad
about
works
the
for the
theater
Illuminati.
experience on your podcast?
The theater experience about
Yeah.
doing a kiss once, but not a real kiss, but like it was still awkward as fuck.
Just the theater in general, like all the plays we had to do.
I did more than you. Fucking
Yeah, I know,
thought.
but still.
I mean, you still did
That
it a
was the
lot
second
for
favorite.
only 2 years.
Exactly.
You did
That
one
was the
for one
second
year where you're
favorite.
angry teacher, and then the next year you're like, fuck it, 3 plays, let's go.
Yup. I didn't even, I dropped out of one and they're like, nah, we need you. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, 'cause that one cunt left, and we are like, we have no one else. Please come back. And you're like, fine, I
Like,
guess.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the weirdest time because I had to memorize the script in like 2 weeks.
pretty much.
But yeah.
That must have
The
been
school
brutal.
that oh yeah, the school that I'm going to is fun because they're like, yeah, you have an assignment, and then they'll be like, okay, but guess what? You don't get your assignment until the day before. Like, oh,
Is that it?
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and then we have to memorize it a day before.
At your current school?
Yep,
Oh, fun.
yeah, we get a solid day to memorize.
So you have experience.
Exactly. And actually, what was it yesterday? Was yesterday Friday?
Yesterday
I
was
guess
2 days ago was
technically now
Friday.
it's yeah, 2 days ago.
Today's Sunday.
So on Friday, um, we had our first audition class. I
Ooh.
never got I never got the email that had the work that we had to audition.
Oh, fun.
So they're like, okay, come sit outside the audition rooms or whatever. So we were sitting there, and then that's when I started memorizing it. And literally, like 10 minutes later, they're like, all right, Sebastian, you're up. I'm like, oh, great. And then I did it perfectly fine. I didn't, like, I memorized it all, but it just scared the shit out of me because I didn't think I was going to be able to
Yeah.
do it. I was like freaking out hardcore.
Is that
It
like
was
the
so
audition
funny.
for the commercial?
No, that was just like the regular. That was just audition class showing us what auditions could be
Ah,
like and what they usually are like. So it was like super scary.
I
One
see.
of our friends literally like walks out of the room and she just drops to the ground and she's like, "Oh my god." I was like, "No." Yeah, it was fun.
So it's not like how the media makes it out to be, where the guy does a backflip into the room and they're like, "You're on."
Actually, they talked about that. Some people do get roles like that just because, like, oh, they portrayed the character well just by saying something stupid like the actual character would say, you know? Like Danny DeVito on Taxi. Do you know Taxi? Like the TV show?
No.
No, it's a very old TV show. Danny DeVito auditioned, and his audition was literally him walking in the room holding the script saying, "Who the fuck wrote this shit?" And then he got the part. Yeah. So,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. And they're like, "Yep, that's the guy."
Who the fuck was?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I'm gonna do that for my first audition.
Exactly. Like, who wrote this? Jesus.
I don't know who it was or what movie it was, but there's an actor who like showed up for auditions, and they're like the audition judgy people were like,
Yep.
okay, show us what you can do. And the guy's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna come in as the character. And they're like,
Yeah.
okay. So then he goes out and he literally does a backflip into the room and does nothing more. And they're like, yeah, you're on.
Nice. That's great.
So yeah, if you wanna get an audition, kids, just do what no one else would do.
Exactly.
Do
Do
it.
what the character would do and do it differently than everybody else.
Do a flip.
Exactly.
Easy.
I also learned about what do you call those? There's art characters and then there's let's just call it specific characters. So specific characters would be like, say there's a cop and the cop needs to come over, tell the person, like say it's a crime scene show, right? And the main character is walking up to this crime scene, but they don't know where the body is, right?
Right.
So the specific character is the cop that walks up, tells them where the body is, then leaves, and that was their whole part of the show. So basically, what some people would do is they would overthink a backstory, give it a backstory, and make it a super awkward scene where it doesn't need to be like what they just made it. It just needs to be specific. Body's over there, done. And a
Fun.
lot of people overthink those ones. And then the art characters are you can do that with it, where you can specifically make your own backstory for it and give it its
Right.
own like weird kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
But sometimes people try and make the specific character an art character, and then it gives it an awkward scene. So it'll be like this secretary walks up to the boss, and it's just like she has to hand him papers. But then the person looked into it too much, and they're like, "Oh, but what about the backstory?" And then you got this weird scene where it's like, here's your paper, sir," and then she just leaves, and everyone's like, "What the fuck just happened?" And you're
Yeah.
never gonna see her again.
She like makes it look like they've got some sort of intense sexual relationship going on.
Exactly. And
And then
then
she
you're
just
never
doesn't
gonna see the character
never
ever again.
comes back for
Everyone's
the
like,
rest of the show.
yeah, and everyone's like, but I want to know what happened between those two. And it's like, yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never thought about that arc characters and specific characters.
Yeah,
Although when I write uh like scripts just fucking around, I try to avoid just having someone come on, say a thing, and then leaving for the rest of the thing.
yeah, makes sense.
I mean, like interactions with like a random stranger on the street, as you would in real life. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like as you described it, having someone who just is there just to be like, yeah, this is what you got to do, and then leaves and never comes back, and it's kind of like,
yeah.
they should have at least a bit more depth. If they s-
You should
if
do
they
that.
seem like the kind of person who would interact more, or would at least appear a second time, like the
Yeah,
secretary example, she's your fucking secretary. You're gonna see her more than once.
yeah. What you, you should do is like, if you keep writing like stories and stuff like that, you should make it so there's just one character that walks in, does one random thing, and leaves. And throughout every single thing you write, every single play, he shows up at one random point, no matter what play it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Just this
do.
one single random guy that shows up
It'll
and
it'll
then
be the
never
same
says anything,
same
does
guy
something,
every
and leaves.
time too.
Exactly. It would be hilarious. Everyone would be like, what the hell?
Who the fuck is this Joker?
Yeah. Like, I've seen him in the other ones, but like, what? It'd be pretty funny.
It's like 10 years down the line, I'm a director of a movie completely unrelated to anything I've ever done before, and that
You're
random guy is still there.
you're doing a Marvel movie and some random
Yeah.
dude named Steve shows up, grabs a rock and walks away. And everyone's like, "Why?"
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, he never gets the
That's gonna be my
backstory.
trademark thing. I'm stealing that from
Yeah.
you. It's officially
That's
my
all right.
idea.
I give you permission.
Trademarked right now.
Yep. Fair
I'll
enough.
I'll I'll even let you play the character.
All right, sick. Be so funny.
Comes in, just drops a quarter on the ground and leaves.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh shoot." Just walks away.
Yeah, he even acknowledges the fact that he dropped his quarter and then just like,
Yeah.
oh well, that's gone. Leaves.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that I had a story that I was writing.
That's
It's
funny.
buried somewhere. It's actually on my desktop. What do I even write about? Still
I
has
remember
the
the
old
one
file name.
where who was who was it? I think you made David a gay man or
It
whatever.
was Brian I made, like
Brian, yeah,
stupid gay, like
yeah, that was
almost unrealistically gay.
funny. And then I was just that random guy,
Yeah,
Sebastian,
you were the
like
suit guy.
the suit guy. Solid.
Microsoft Office cannot verify the license for this Product. It's
I remember
my
going into
fucking work, you dumbass.
I remember going into school one day and I was wearing the suit or whatever, and Nadia, she's like, "You look like a Mormon." I'm like, "What?"
I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay." And then the next like week, she was wearing a dress, and I'm like, "Hey, Nadia," and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "You look like a Mormon." And then she's just like, "Okay, yeah, how does it feel now?"
Your Windows license will expire soon. What are you talking about? Fucking computer.
Wow, bro, did you get a speeding ticket and they're taking away your Windows license?
Yep.
You have broken the law too many times. We are revoking your license.
You can no longer use your Windows on your car.
Exactly.
So next time you're at a guy having a guy's night out and someone lets out an awkward fart, you just have to suffer through it.
Oh my.
That could be a whole movie right there.
Yup.
Probably get top ratings, even win an Emmy, considering how fucking shit people are these days. They'll laugh at
Exactly.
anything.
One of our teachers was telling us in the new school was telling us a good little speech that George Clooney did or whatever at the Oscars. He's like, "Why? do we have the Oscar? Because you say that maybe I'm the best actor of the year or whatever, right? But we're all playing different characters. So how do we know who's playing the best character or who's acting the best if we're all acting different people? It
Right,
doesn't make any sense. Like it just doesn't work. If we're all
right.
playing different characters, we could all portray the character different. It's like I could play this character, but I couldn't play that character, so I don't understand why I'm getting an award when
Yeah.
technically all of us should be getting an award for what we've done.
I mean, like you can look back to our years in theater and just you think of anyone who did a character, and then you think of the way that you did the character, and it would be completely different.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably why they've got so many different categories. Like pretty much every movie, there's like a different category for every movie type, new movie genre.
Yeah, exactly.
So why don't they have that for actors? Best
I
actor in
don't
a
know.
horror film, best actor in a comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
At the very least, you know.
Yeah, and then it could be like, oh, we handed out like 17 Oscars for all the genres. And it'd
I
just
wonder
make
if
more sense because then
they
it'd be like,
probably
oh, they played, yeah.
they probably do that because they do hand out awards like during the fucking commercials.
That's
So
true.
so they might actually do that, and then they just
Maybe.
cut it out for commercials because the Oscars are gay.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was watching them while in Winnipeg there, and I swear there was more commercial time than actual Oscar time.
Oh my.
And
That's
like
how it is with TV shows.
people were getting cut off in the middle of their speeches to cut to commercials.
Oh
It
my.
was ridiculous.
She's like, it's just someone walks up there and she's like, I am so thankful. And now back to Crest Whitening Toothpaste. It's like, hello? She was starting her speech?
There was one person who's doing her speech, one lady doing her speech, and like she was going on for a bit longer, and I guess they get like some sort of prompt that says hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
And so like she was partway through her speech and she read the prompt, and in her speech she was like, "Don't you tell me to hurry up." Like straight up.
That's hilarious.
It was the best. Just back
That's
talking
fantastic.
the fucking
Yeah.
prompts.
Like, bitch,
If I
just
ever win an
listen.
Oscar, I'm gonna do that. Like, don't you
Yeah.
fucking dare tell me to hurry up. I'll take my
Make
time
your
if I want to.
speech as long as possible.
Commercial breaks are over. I'm still doing the speech.
Yo. The entire Oscars are over. You're still doing your speech. Uh,
I got a lot of people to thank, man.
exactly. Like to thank my mom, my dog, my grandma, my cat, my sister, my brother. I don't have a sister. The neighbor down the road.
The man who gave me coffee every morning. The
Exactly.
man who helped to make me the coffee every morning.
Yep.
The one lady who paid for my drive-through stuff. Who's ahead of me that
I'd
one
like
day.
to. I'd like to
I like to
thank
thank the cat
outside.
that
Yeah.
crossed my path once.
I'd like to thank the ground. I'd like to thank the trees, the sun. On and on and on.
I'd like to thank the deer. Oh fuck, I killed the deer once.
Oh Jesus.
I just thought of deer, and that reminded me of one very sad trip. Killed Bambi. It was
Bro.
really sad.
Don't make me use my vegan powers on you.
Oh shit. So is that the vegan power you haven't told me about yet?
Yes,
Uh-oh.
it is one of many.
One of many powers.
Yeah. Don't make me snap my finger. Soon you'll be going, I don't feel so good.
Uh-oh. Seabass, I don't feel so good.
Exactly.
Mr. Bass, I don't want to go.
Jeez, that's actually something that's been going around. So one of the teachers in my new class or whatever, he's like midway through orientation, he's like, Peter Parker. I'm like, what? And he's like, that's who you remind me of. I'm like, okay, I guess. And then now everybody in the class calls me Peter Parker or Spider Man.
That's
And then
fucking
today,
hilarious.
I haven't told Huston about it, right? But I get into Discord and he's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you remind me of Spider Man. I'm like, oh no. And then I told him the whole situation. And he's like, there's no way. So yeah, now I'm just Spider Man. It's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the Homecoming sequel.
Yeah. I replaced Tom Holland. Just, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to tell you about that. Imagine. I'm just as bad at spilling information as he is.
You are literally Tom Holland.
Yep.
Have you seen Captain Marvel?
Captain Mar I have not. Not yet, at least.
Apparently, like people like the movie, but they don't like Brie Larson because she's
Oh,
like,
I've heard a lot of people actually hating on the movie.
"Oh, have you?"
Yeah.
'Cause like I know some people on Twitter that like they like the movie, but they just can't stand Brie Larson.
Really?
Yeah,
That's funny. I don't even know what Brie Larson has been in.
I have no clue. I literally never heard of her until she appeared as Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Maybe they knew her from other shows and maybe that's why they don't like her. I
Well, I think a lot of people don't like her just from I fucking spelled her name wrong in Google. I said Buyer instead of Brie.
don't know.
I don't see what movies she's been on. But like it's not even like from past films and stuff. It's just her in the media being like I think she's like a hardcore feminist.
She was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Was she? Who'd she play?
If I go on IMDb, it is
Oh,
Brie Larson.
fucking that bitch. Yeah.
Who was she?
Um, the lady, the name whom we do not speak of. Scott's ex.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's funny.
we don't talk about her.
Oh, she was in Kong Skull Island.
Um,
Hmm.
Unicorn Store? What the fuck?
Oh, what?
Looking in the movies she's been in. Unicorn Store.
Solid.
A woman receives a mysterious invitation that could fulfill a childhood dream.
Okay.
Oh, she was in Trainwreck.
Yeah, I don't know. I just heard a lot of people say that Captain Marvel has sucked. So, I mean, I'm probably gonna go watch it anyways, but
Yeah, just for the sake of the universe, Universe.
exactly.
Fucking can't wait for Endgame. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Hopefully it's great, you know?
Hopefully. I really want Tony Stark to die, but it's probably not going to happen.
Oof. Don't worry. I know
It's
how it
not
all
it's
ends.
not that I don't like Tony Stark. I think he's fantastic, fantastic character. But it would be the best way to conclude his arc if he died in some heroic,
The amount of comics
satisfying, and
I've read,
depressing way.
I would say that I most likely know who's gonna die and who's not gonna die.
Probably. Because they do kind of roughly, sort of, kind of every now and then follow the script of the comics.
Yeah. Good thing they don't follow the script of the frickin' uh, animated series.
Ugh.
The animated series, they literally Thanos only uses one of his stones at a time to fight different people.
I mean, he basically did that in the movies too.
Yeah, and they're all like everybody has like a counter to his stone. It's really dumb.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What other movies?
I think people just don't like Brie because like feminist and like I think she's like that basic white rich girl type person.
Ah, she needs her mocha latte.
Oh my gosh, pumpkin spice latte.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, just looking through I can see the a headline here. Brie Larson is sick of being interviewed by quote white dudes.
Whoa, bro. What?
The Captain Marvel star is campaigning for more diversity in the press pool. About a year
Oh,
ago, actually I should try and imitate. About a year ago, I started paying attention to what my press days looked like and the critics reviewing movies and noticed it appeared to be overwhelmingly white male. You can see where this is going.
yeah.
This in
I
mind,
almost.
Larson personally selected Kia Brown, a woman of color with celebrity or cerebral palsy, as her interviewer.
Okay, the thing that, like, how you said it when you're like, oh, I think I should mimic it or whatever. It almost sounded like a female Donald Trump.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
I don't know. I really don't know. Or maybe it's a complimenting insult.
An insulting compliment?
Yes. There was a thing. What was it? Oh, it was saying that like if you have if you own a bookshelf and you have books on it, make sure that 50% of those books are women. And then make sure that 50% of those women books are also black, Asian, blah 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 blah. And then make sure that 50% of those books are also disabled people. It's like, hello? Like, how am I supposed to automatically just find authors that are like that? I don't.
How about I just pick up books by good authors?
Yeah. Like, oh, this book looks interesting. I'll buy it.
Okay, fuck. I can rant for this for a while. Okay. Fucking I get the whole diversity and equality and all that. I'm down for that. I agree with it 100%. But
Yep.
fucking companies and all that shit that have these quotas for having a certain amount of female workers or a certain amount of black or indigenous workers, that's
Yeah.
just that's not equality. That's just discriminating. Well, not really discriminating, but like at that point any person, the average person such as myself, trying to find a job who's capable of doing the job, being turned down over the other guy who's probably less qualified just because he's black
Yeah.
or he's a woman or
Yeah.
fucking
The thing that I definitely don't like is how it's almost like you could not get hired and you're qualified, and then the person that isn't
yeah,
qualified can get. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like.
yeah. Like I guarantee I'll if there's a liberal watching this, I'll trigger them, but fucking white privilege, it's perhaps it did exist once, but it's starting to it's very swiftly going away. There's no you don't get hired on just because you're white anymore. You don't get anything just because you're white anymore. If anything, you're
Yeah.
better off being a colored person or a woman at this point. You're more likely to get
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
That's not equality. I know you're shooting for equality. You have good intentions, but you're not doing it right. Fucking stop.
Yeah.
Hire somebody because they're capable of doing it. Don't even consider their gender. Don't consider their race. Just fucking hire them because they can do the job.
Yeah,
Easy.
no,
That's
it shouldn't
equality.
be about race or sex or anything. It should just be about who's qualified.
Right. Trying not to be racist by being racist.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? Try not to be sexist by being sexist.
yeah, exactly.
If you're making any decision at all based on color or gender, you're literally doing what you're trying not to do.
Yeah. I just saw a meme where it's like Thanos snaps and then it's Shaggy and he's like, "Has anybody seen Scooby Doo?" And Thanos is sweating. Uh,
That's amazing.
yeah, pretty funny.
Ah, memes.
Oh, memes. What a wonderful time we live in. Just kidding. Uh, where are you,
Sad,
Uncle
sad
Ben?
face. Who? Uncle Ben?
Yeah, because they call me Peter Parker, Uncle Ben. He got
Oh.
shot. Uh,
No, just no.
Yo. What a wonderful time.
What a wonderful world.
Exactly. The viral hashtag 4% challenge is helping to get more women directors in Hollywood.
Hashtag 4% challenge. What?
I don't know. Let's just see. Launched the 4% challenge at 2019 Sundance Film Festival. The challenge industry leaders to work with more women directors. Universal Pictures accepted the challenge in a public tweet, saying the leaders of Universal Focus Features and DreamWorks will proudly join those who have committed to gender inclusivity.
Find it coincidental that this popped up after my short rant about fucking equality.
Yeah, Disney has responded that blah, blah, upcoming films have women directors. Dude, I don't understand that whole thing either. It's like you do realize the directors are made directors because they're good directors, right? Like my
Yeah.
friend, Hassan, his sister's a director, and she's directed one movie, and it's like if she keeps going and stuff like that, and her movies are awesome, which I like her first movie. Her movie is actually really good. I mean, it's very it's like a psychological thriller, so it's kind of like
Ooh,
crazy
fun.
at the same time. Yeah, but it's just like you keep working at it and then you become good, you know,
Yeah.
and get well known. It's just the whole thing. It's not like they're literally making it so women can't be directors.
No, that's not a not a thing.
Yeah, and it's almost like they're wording it in their articles that almost makes it sound like that.
Yeah. They're trying to make it seem like we're the bad guys for being men and being like, "Yeah, you're a woman, can't direct the movie." That if that does happen, I guarantee you it's very rare.
Yeah,
Or like some asshole indie producer that doesn't have a lot of friends. But big companies, corporations like fucking Disney, Marvel, DC, Warner Brothers, all them, like I'm pretty confident that they couldn't give a shit if you're a man or woman. If you're a good director, then they'll take you.
yeah,
But then again, the alt-right might find a tweet of yours from 10 years ago and then Disney will be like, "Nope, can't deal with that guy."
yeah. True.
Fucking still salty about that. I feel like I'm just not going to watch Guardians 3 because of that whole ordeal.
What happened?
James Gunn, director of
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I
yeah,
remember that whole thing. Jeez.
fucking
It
dumb.
was like the what was it? Like the Bill Cosby thing. I mean, like it's a good thing that he's in prison because like he did do things that he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But it was like this one girl, she's like, "Oh yeah, I have this shirt that I he had in my room from 10 years ago." It's like, "Bitch, who keeps his shirt from 10 years ago
Why?
in your room?" Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Now who's the creepy one?
Yeah, for real. Like, hello. But yeah, no, it's good that he's in jail. But like, it was just weird how she's like, "I have this shirt from 10 years ago." It's like, why would you have that?
She was waiting for the exact moment in like 10, 15 years time when she could pull that out as evidence.
Yeah.
She's like, Bill Cosby's going to court, and she's like, "Now's my chance." Digs
Yeah.
out, digs out this 10-year-old shirt from the bottom of her drawer. Hasn't
Yeah.
been washed since he, you know, did nasty things with her.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's still got Bill Cosby on.
Still smells like him.
Yep. Put it in an airtight bag.
Yep. I think I just saw something in the news here with dude, guy, person. There it is. All right. Bill Cosby did not settle with 7 sex abuse accusers, says representative.
I heard that one thing that was happening was, shoot, what was it? Women would be like, they would go have, the thing with the do and the stuff with a guy, and then they could automatically be like, like after they like did it and stuff like that, they'd be like, yeah, I didn't really like it, so now I'm just gonna say he raped me.
That's some
And I
bullshit
heard that
there.
was going on for a while.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, especially like fucking if you're a celebrity and you make like big bucks, you guarantee you that's all they're after you for.
Yeah,
And if you like bang him and ditch him and don't give him a cent, then they're gonna come back at you with the he raped me type deal.
yeah. And that's the thing that I think they should be doing is, if someone gets falsely accused of rape, I think the person that falsely accused them should get the jail time the other person supposedly would have gotten, because it
Yeah,
really ruins
'cause
somebody's
like
career no matter
the
what, even
stakes
if it's
really
just
aren't
spoken
that
of.
high for like false accusations, are they?
No, they're
Like
really not. There was only just one recently that actually one girl falsely accused several men of raping her, and she was just put in jail for like 10 years or something.
let me Google this. The false accusations. Maybe charged with maybe charged with civil crime of wasting police time. Apparently, it's about 10% of rape allegations are the investigation establishes that there is no crime at all. So that's literally 1 in 10 accusations. It's just
Oh,
bullshit.
here, here you go. A woman was sentenced to 1 year in jail for making false rape allegations against two Connecticut college football players. So, for something that a guy would have been in jail for maybe like 5 or 10 years, she got 1 year in jail for falsely accusing them, which completely ruins their careers.
Yeah. Like even if it turns out it's false and the media says it's false and it's in the news everywhere, you're still like that's on the record.
Yeah.
Whether it was genuine or not, you're gonna have a very hard time coming back from that.
This dude that literally said rapists should be sentenced harshly for their crimes, blah, 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 that said false accusers should be sentenced for exactly the same sentence the victims for the false accusation would have been faced for. And then another guy said, just 1 year? What a joke. It should have been at least 3 to 4. And this dude that just recently posted the thing that it said they should get the same amount as rapists,
Hmm.
he's like, no, it should be a sentence he would have gotten for 20 to 30 years, which I completely agree with. Because if one person doesn't, no one else is going to falsely accuse,
Right.
because they're going to be like, oh shit, they're actually enforcing that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always it can never be easy, can it? It can't just be like, yeah, all the women we feel for all of you. There's always got to be like
Yeah,
the handful that are just in it for malicious purposes.
yeah. I feel
And
for
those
women.
women are
I completely
cunts.
understand that they have terrible, like they might most likely have been, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like it sucks that some women actually just like falsely claim it because then it just doesn't make you trust it
No.
at all.
It doesn't help the cause for women that have genuine court cases that
Exactly.
have they've had their like childhood or even young adulthood just destroyed
Yeah.
by someone of authority or family. Fuck, that happens too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just terrible.
Yeah,
For someone to even falsely claim that is just terrible.
it is.
Like
Yeah,
who in their
it's it
right mind would actually want to falsely claim that they've been right?
it's just dumb.
Exactly.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Great stuff indeed. Whoa.
Bless you.
Thank you.
What else? What else is there to chit chat about? I think we're caught up on present news,
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
present life, fun stuff.
Yeah. I mean, how old are you now?
At least 5.
At least 5? Okay. Makes
Yeah,
sense. Makes sense. Am I older than you? I can't remember if I am or not.
I think but like maybe a couple days, maybe
Was
a
there a couple
week.
days or like a couple months?
Might have been a couple months. I can't count.
I can't
I'm
remember.
5.
Are you 19 right now?
Are you asking genuinely?
Yes, genuinely.
No, I'm 18 right now.
Okay. So yeah, I'm older.
Yeah, you're older by what, 6 months?
When's your birthday?
August.
Uh, 4 months, 5 months, 4 months, 5 months, 4 months.
Yeah,
March,
sure.
April, May, June, July. 5 months.
Okay,
March 26th.
right. August 17th.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the internet can wish us a happy birthday.
Exactly.
I mean, Twitter fucking blows up with balloons every time it's my birthday, which is fucking annoying, but
I just love
whatever.
the Facebook ones when it's like, it was your birthday. And then it's like, how do you want to celebrate? It's like, I don't know, not with you. Bye.
Just let me eat my cake and leave me alone.
Now they're doing the one where it's like, if it's your birthday, they give you a bunch of options for people to donate to charities.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I don't really trust charities, so the hard set
There's like
is
a
for them,
handful
I
of really
guess.
good ones.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah,
There's this one where this dude literally gives away 0.6%, I think, of the amount he makes off of it, but it still counts as a charity because he's still donating.
right,
Uh, let's say if he donated, I think it might be 1% he donates. Because if he made $6 million, he'd donate $1 million to the charity.
right.
So there's that, but it's like he still made $6 million off of nothing. So
Yeah, that's
kind of sketches me out,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, that's fair. Fucking, there's a lot of them that try to make a cheap buck off of being a charity.
Yeah.
Well, usually, like,
Yep.
at least the genuine ones are the ones that you've heard of really well. Like, everyone's heard of them because, like, they donate 95 to 100% of everything.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you
there's one
hear
in
that?
this, I don't know if it's UK only, called
Yep.
Comic Relief. This one YouTuber I watch donates to it quite a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a British charity,
Okay.
but like, they do 100%. So every single penny that gets donated to them goes directly to I think they help with poverty, help with people in poverty is what they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, charities like that, that they donate like pretty much everything. Might save like a couple bucks just for like I don't know if they, cause like they probably have volunteer staff, so like I don't know, maybe they rent a building or something. But like fucking if like half of this shit that gets donated to them is being kept by the people, then I don't know. That's just sketch.
Yeah, super sketch.
Um,
Did you hear about Prince Harry?
oh, what happened with Prince Harry?
He wants Fortnite banned.
Does he really?
Yup. He said that it's too addictive and should be banned because he claims that we're in a mind-altering time.
That's sure.
Yeah, it was pretty funny actually.
Prince Harry wants to ban Fortnite. I mean, fair enough. Fuck Fortnite, but
Yeah, exactly.
again, go back to like the shitty children, shitty parents type deal. If your kid's addicted to a video game, you are the one doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Fucking teach that piece of shit some discipline. Never found myself addicted to a video game. You know why? Because I know when to stop playing it.
Except trains.
Fuck off.
Don't worry, I have Counter Strike.
Unless you
Everyone
haven't been
has that
playing it
one
as
thing to
much,
do.
so
Yeah, mostly because of school, so I would be playing.
yeah. School's your new addiction.
Exactly.
If Steam counted your hours in school, I'm sure it would pass CS:GO eventually.
Eventually, unless they counted the high school hours,
Oof.
be like, "Wow, you have a total of 2 hours. Congratulations!"
I
Like what? You
feel
passed
like
somehow,
I feel like high school is that one achievement in the game that you don't really want to achieve.
but you always achieve it. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
you
like
try to avoid it, but it just happens.
congratulations, you died 500 times on this level. Like, thanks for telling me I suck.
Yep.
That's high school in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It's like, congratulations, you graduated from this high school.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, oh, thanks, game.
thanks for reminding me. Now I can leave forever.
Yep.
I mean, there's like a fair number of staff people there and a fair number of students there that I'm pretty chill with, but like just the whole environment fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That seems to be a reoccurring topic in every podcast so far is how much I hate public education.
Man, hey, that's fair.
I
Everyone
think
definitely hates it.
I'm honestly learning. I'm learning something here in that I hate public education more than I hate anything else, and that's including, America and Donald Trump.
I wonder, do you hate public education?
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Alright.
I think I do. I think I do.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense.
All right. Do you?
Hmm. Probably, probably.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Would make sense if I did.
Probably would. Yeah. Seems like a sensible thing
Yeah,
to
yeah.
dislike public education.
Yep, exactly.
Don't know why you wouldn't dislike public education, honestly. Unless you're a try hard. Fucking A
Exactly.
plus people
Exactly.
have a
Bunch of
mental
kids that got
breakdown when
honor
they get
medals.
99% instead of 100 on a fucking test.
Gee,
I know those
that is
people,
always brutal.
and I'm friends with
Oh, I
those
do too.
people, but holy shit, calm down.
I thought it was weird how everybody was like bawling their eyes out when they were graduating.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. Like, I don't see the emotion from it. I'm just gonna straight out say it. I don't understand.
I
Like,
don't either.
I was like, it was like the day before, like, huh, I'm graduating. It was the day of, like, morning of, huh, I'm graduating. Fucking put on my gown, huh, I'm graduating. Standing
Yep,
backstage, huh, graduating. Literally
graduating.
standing on stage, shaking Daniluk's hand in front of, like, what, 400, 500 people. I'm like, huh, I'm graduating.
Graduating. Yep.
It's all said and done. I'm like, huh, guess I graduated.
And then everyone was crying.
Yeah, I felt absolutely nothing.
I found it so funny. The teachers are like, "There's no way you're gonna graduate." I'm like, bitch, watch. 2 years worth of work done in 2 weeks. How do you feel now, stupid idiot? Now you have to mark it all.
Joke's on you.
I just made your job harder and longer. Hmm.
I feel like because that's another thing that I don't like about well, like a good reason why I fucking hate public education. It's because it's government funded, and the reason
Yep.
they get government funds is by passing students. If they're not passing
Mm-hmm.
students, then the government doesn't give them money, which is why it's so
Exactly.
fucking easy to graduate. If you don't
Yeah.
graduate, you are certified retarded. No offense. I mean, a lot of offense because you're fucking retarded. But
Okay, I will say one thing. I don't think I've told you. I might have. I won't name any names, but I will say one person in the school didn't actually graduate, but graduated.
oh, and you won't say their
Let's
name,
just
will you?
say, no, let's just say they went on vacation. They didn't do any of their work. They came back and they graduated.
Huh. Do I know this person?
Oh, yeah. Now,
Uh,
I don't want you to say anything, but let's
okay.
just say you get a little bit of a baggie at the end of the school year with some stuff in it, and
Uh-huh.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should sneak it over into the text chat and then delete it after like 5 seconds.
Alright.
I feel like I know who you're talking about, but at the same time, I'm not 100%. Oh, he's typing. He's typing it. This is fantastic podcast material here. Ah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, that message disappeared very fast.
It sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why it's you. Yeah, all the shows and people who mock high school, saying it's not for
Yep.
smart people, they are 100% right. You don't need to be smart to pass high school.
Nope. I found it funny when Rhythm didn't pass, and Rhythm's actually like super smart.
Rhythm didn't
But
pass.
nope. That's why they took one of the chairs out. Rhythm was supposed to graduate, and his mother was there, and she was like bawling her eyes out.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
See, he's like the. I can name several other people who I would think wouldn't graduate instead of him.
Before him. Yeah. Exactly.
Public education is dumb.
Yep.
Ba-da-ba. Anyway, Yeah, so that's why, like, it's fucking easy to graduate. Just do what you're told. Just hand in the assignments. Just get the grades, forehead. Fuck, I remember in my first year, grade 8, I wasn't even trying. I couldn't care less 'cause it was like high school and I got honor roll. I'm like, how did that happen? You know how it happens? 'Cause you don't need to be a great person to fucking get honor roll.
I somehow got honor rolls the last year too when we were graduating, so
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense really.
Yeah, 'cause you
To
can
be
you can
fair, I think that if you miss a certain amount of days, you shouldn't be able to get honor roll, and the fact that I did is actually just stupid.
yeah. 'Cause like I don't think 'cause like yeah, I don't think days away and times late counts towards honor roll. But they don't take that into account.
Yep,
All you need is an average grade of C plus or higher. C plus to get fucking
yep.
honor roll. That's
And now the school
ridiculous.
that I'm going to now is literally you miss 12 days later.
Oof.
Yeah,
See, they got a leash around you.
exactly.
That explains why you're always an hour early.
Yep.
Fun dango.
I mean, it's completely different when you actually like doing the thing you're doing.
Oh yeah, it's definitely helps when you're there to learn what you want to learn.
Yeah.
Have you gotten quieter or what?
Oh, that's possible, yeah.
Okay, now you're back. Noticed you're like trailing off and like, I'm gonna fuck up my podcast recording.
I'm just tired, so I'm like, I keep slowly backing up.
We can wrap up if you want, or we can keep going
That's
for another hour.
fine. Jeez, how many hours has it been?
We're at 1 hour and 47 minutes.
47 minutes.
That
All
is
right.
that is including however long we were fucking around for trying to
All
figure
right.
out
Let's
how to.
try to make it 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, sounds good.
All right.
Fill in the last 12 minutes with lovely childhood stories from the childhood days.
Exactly. I never had a childhood, Kappa. I'm just kidding.
Oof.
I was born 18.
Yeah, my parents' father locked me in the house till I was a teenager.
Oh my.
It's a obscure reference for hardcore Rick and Morty fans.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right. What are some childhood fails that you've had?
Childhood fails.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Well, there's one that I don't remember. I have no recollection of this ever happening, but my mom likes to tell it, and it's a pretty funny story. So
Okay.
it's I think it was Thanksgiving, right? We always have Thanksgiving at my grandmother's house. Everyone, the whole family, she gets together. Well, the ones that like us still, anyway. So there's like lots of family there gathered around in the kitchen, dishing out supper. And I don't know what my goal was that night, but I was in my mother's room, looking around, digging through places, and I found something that quite interested me, right? So I decided to head to the kitchen where everyone was and show it off, and my mother lost her shit, right?
Yeah.
Because I had something that I shouldn't have. She brought me
Yeah.
back to her room, put the thing away, and so it turns out it was her vibrator that I
Oh.
had found, and I just decided to take it and show it off to the world.
Oh.
So that's a thing that happened at one point, and I have no recollection of this, but it's a fun story to
Oh
tell.
no.
Yep.
That is. That is definitely a story.
That is a great story. Try topping that one.
Shit. Can't really. I was just gonna tell you about how I used to run into walls all the time for fun.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Can't say I've done that.
Yeah, can't say I did what you did, so that's good.
Although I have run into trees. Even as a teenager, I've run into trees by accident.
Everyone's accidentally run into something.
Yeah. You always have that one day where you're just not paying attention and you turn around and suddenly there's a wall in your face
Exactly.
or a door or a car.
Yep. You never know what could happen.
Yeah. So that's your best story, running into walls.
Not really. My best story is probably riding a bicycle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
I
yeah,
was like 5, and then I just wanted to stop the brakes, and I'm like, "Hey, everybody, watch this!" And then I was gonna show them a cool trick, and I was 6, so I didn't really know any cool tricks.
right.
Stopped on a pine cone, flipped over the handlebars. There you go. Best story.
Oh yeah, I've got bike stories. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. My parents really liked Tokyo Drift. It's like their favorite Fast and Furious movie.
Yep.
And so when I saw that, I was like, I can do that on my bike. So I was
Oh my.
I was continually like up and down the street, just going full speed and then jamming the brake and turning hard. And it was all fine and dandy until the last time I did it and the tire popped, literally
Oh no.
exploded. And I went over and the bike went over and then I went over the bike and the bike went over me several times. I was
Oh my.
scrapes and bruises everywhere. So that was fun.
Yeah. Doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, it was fun, trust me. I was laughing so hard. It sounded like
With
I was
tears
crying.
for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird.
crying for my mom. It's great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep, fun stuff. The childhood
Yeah.
memories, they're all flooding back.
Yep. Worst one I ever had was I did a drift on a quad and it threw me off and then it rolled over me. That was fun.
Ooh,
Yeah.
did you die?
Yeah. Just for, just for a couple minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as it's only for a couple minutes.
Exactly,
If it was a few minutes, then that'd be cause for concern.
Yeah, you never know. You never
Um, yeah, stories and stuff. I don't. You know me as a fairly honest person, right?
know. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I can safely conclude that I've always been a very honest person. For
Okay.
example, I can remember as far back, I think it was my fourth or fifth birthday, and I was we would have been rating radium at the in the trailer court
Yeah.
around a campfire. Everyone's come around, bring gifts and stuff,
Yep.
and I think it was like this, I don't know, second or third, maybe fourth gift I got in a box. Open up the box, and it's this like stuffed animal, weird little stuffed animal. Like I could hold it in my hand, and it looked kind of ugly to me. And I said that, and I
Yep.
was like, "This is ugly. I don't want it." And everyone's like, "Wow, you are. That's not what you say when you get a gift." So that was my learning experience about man.
And I don't want it. I like it. That's great.
That was when I learned about manners.
That's ugly and I don't want it. I think about it. I actually always kind of was like Tom Holland.
Oh,
Whenever we like got a birthday present for somebody, I would always like spoil it, dude.
you always spoiled the present.
Yes. When I was like younger, I would always tell them what it was. And it's like, you're so dumb.
I
Jeez.
feel like I would have probably done that.
Yeah,
It's just, it's so tempting, you know? You're
it really
excited, they're
is.
excited, you just want to get it over with.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens.
just kind of slips out, you know?
Exactly.
Fun times.
Fun times indeed.
I'm starting to get lots of childhood memories from fucking back in the day in the trailer court. Good old radium trailer court.
Getting those memories from back in childhood memories, you
Back in back when we had to trudge through 5 miles of mud up to our fucking knees,
know.
uphill both ways, while getting shot at from all directions, from
Exactly.
above, from below,
Exactly.
from front, left, and sideways. It was a terrible place. But
Terrible.
we won the war, just so you know. America won. You know, that's why we left, because we won the war, right?
Exactly. America.
America! Fuck no. I had a friend, my only friend in the whole world in that trailer court. She lived two trailers down. And
Only friend in the whole world. Hello?
heck yeah. I didn't like having friends. I usually had like one or two good friends, and that was it. And then move away, and I'd be sad, and then I'd make a new friend.
Lol.
That was literally how it went. Like she moved away, and then I befriended this other guy, and then he fucking moved away. So I befriended this other fellow. I can't remember his name, but we went. I would always go to his house, and we played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And then he fucking moved away. And then that's when I was friends with Abby Wells. And then she
Makes
fucking moved away, and then she came back, but I was over her by then.
makes sense.
And then fuck. Yeah, I started. That's when I sort of started hanging out with Tran more. But then, well, she didn't move away, but she went to a different school, so I was like, fuck it. I just sort of be a loner for the last couple of years of elementary school, and then
Yeah.
throughout high school, and then I met you, and then we've been besties
Yeah.
since.
Yeah.
Still remember the fucking first day we were. I don't know if it was the first day, but it was like you and I were grouped together doing that Maestro improv game
Yep.
where you point to someone and they have to make up a story, and then you point to another person, they continue the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got hard karma for that one, alright? We don't need to bring it up.
I think we do.
Hell no.
It's a good story to wrap
Oh
up on.
my.
So,
Fine.
I don't even know what the story was about, but
I don't
you
know. It
said
was
so.
like they literally like walked me into it and it was just dumb. It was like, what was it? Was it Silka and Tran? Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah, we were.
black people picking, and then I was like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to say? Cotton? And then all of a sudden my nose started bleeding and I had to run to the bathroom and I was in the
Yeah,
bathroom for like 10 minutes pouring blood out of my nose.
and then Miss Little was like, "Hey, where's Sebastian?" I was like, "Oh, I think he went to the bathroom." Like, you should check up on him. So I go to the bathroom, and it looks like a fucking crime scene in there.
Yeah,
I was like, "This
blood
guy,
everywhere.
this
Blood on the
guy is."
counter, blood in the sink.
Yeah. Take one
Like,
look at
yep,
you. I
that's
take one look at the counter and think of like, this guy's a good guy.
like, wow,
Let's
yep,
be
that's
friends.
that's karma. That's karma right there.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Have you ever had a bleeding nose like that before?
Not for that long.
Yeah, so that was literally karma.
Yeah.
Fuck you for being
Like, you know what?
racist.
Exactly. It's like, you know what? Fuck you. I did it.
Don't be racist, kids.
Exactly. I do not advise racism. I
All ra-
like everybody of color.
all racists have continuously bleeding noses.
Exactly.
So
All
that's
racists suck ass.
yeah. All racists are they're single.
They're- All racists are probably racist, just saying.
Might be racist. I don't know.
Yeah.
That one
You never
that
know.
one might need a bit of fact checking,
Exactly.
but they're definitely pieces of shit.
So yeah.
Yeah,
That was an experience.
and that was the start of a beautiful friendship.
Yep.
Right. We're pretty much right at the 2 hour mark now.
Whew.
Yeah,
Jeez.
how time flies when you're talking nonsense.
Yeah, for real. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. I'm like
It
hella
really
tired
doesn't.
though.
I'm not tired. Well, I've been like
Yeah, I've been
slowly sipping water for this whole time. Probably what's keeping me awake.
Yeah, I've literally been memorizing things, staying up, showing up to school early, having to go to bed, not really sleeping.
Yeah, do you even sleep at this point?
I don't know.
It's
Probably
like
not.
before you had an excuse. You were up until 4 in the morning, and then you didn't get to school till 10 o'clock. But
Yep.
now, if you're there an hour early, fuck, you must be like maybe in bed for half an hour, I guess,
uh,
before you're
yeah,
like, well, time for school.
exactly. Just sitting here playing games. I'm like, all right, well, gotta go fix my hair.
Fuck it,
Yeah,
dude. Sleep is for the weak. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I mean, I basically pull all-nighters and get paid for it, so fine by me.
Mm,
Fucking
that's fair.
very first trip, it was from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Jeez.
It was brutal.
There it is. Yeah.
I think, I think, which is rare for me, but I think to wrap this up, I think you should sing.
Oh, hell no. It's way too late. I mean, we'll most likely do another one and then maybe then.
That's what the guests have to look forward to in
Exactly. You
part
know, you
two.
gotta tease them a little bit. You know, part two, part two.
Well, tease them. Maybe give them like a note,
Oh
just a note or two, like
my.
one lyric, the best lyric you can possibly give, and then people know what they're getting into for the next podcast.
Um, Jeez, that's actually hard. You're putting me on the spot. You know what I'm saying?
You're just standing in front of the mirror. It's easy. There's no one else is listening.
Oh, hold one sec. Okay. To dream the impossible dream. There you go. That's it.
Oh, fantastic.
All right.
There we go. That was going topicless. You have
Yep.
that to look forward to in the next episode. When, well, not the next episode, but next time Sebastian's around,
Thank
and we
God this
can.
isn't a beach podcast, or else you'd probably call it going topless.
That's supposed to be the pun.
Yeah. Hard meme.
Heh I'm so creative.
Yo. All right.
Anyway, that was whatever the fuck that was. Us rambling on for 2 hours. Hope you
Indeed,
enjoyed.
it was.
Hope you learned something.
Hope you learned things that you didn't want to learn.
Yeah. Hope you realize that high school is pointless and that you should just
Finish it though, but it's pointless.
finish
But
it.
finish it, but
I
it's
mean,
pointless.
yeah, suffer through it,
But finish.
but yeah, you know, it's like grinding in Grand Theft Auto Online. You know,
Exactly.
you hate to do it, but you just kind
You
of
do
do
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'll see you next time.
See you next
Have a
time.
good night. Have a good day. Have a good whatever it is. Fuck off. I don't
Have a
care.
good
Have a good.